Well, Davidson star basketball player Kellan Grady is known for making a big impact on the court.
But several events this year, from the killing of George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery to a bad experience during a protest, have led him to try to make an impact off the court as well. Fox 46's Josh Sims has his story.
Siege. Foul called. Score the bucket for Kellan Grady.
Davidson star guard Kellan Grady is no stranger to hate from opposing fans. It comes with the territory when you're a good player on the road. But this summer, the Wildcat senior was subject to a different kind of hate that had nothing to do with beating another team. Instead, it had to do with the color of his skin.
It was a scene with a lot of negativity and hatred.
On August 27th, Grady arrived at a demonstration near Davidson's campus. On one side of the street was what he described as a group of anti-gay, anti-abortion, white supremacist demonstrators. On the other side, Davidson College students and townspeople opposing them. Grady says the group of demonstrators started hurling racial slurs at him. But he didn't react until he heard one of Davidson's faculty members got pushed.
I just walked over as just to see if she was okay or had some support around her. And then as I crossed the street, I wasn't even looking at this guy, but another guy started spewing out the things you saw.
Take your black friend someplace else, huh? Yeah, console your black friend, huh?
That's when he started calling me a Black Lives Matter thug multiple times and racial slurs, and said I was dressed up like a black thug. It was infuriating in a way, and it made you, I realized that they viewed me as like a subhuman and someone who was innately bad.
Grady was pulled away, angry, but not discouraged.
It kind of motivated me to continue to be pursuing in that quest for a more just world.
The senior sociology major had already started a movement of his own in June called CARE, or College Athletes for Respect and Equality, which is a social justice initiative aimed at educating and empowering the younger generation. He'll also take part in a virtual summit for the advancement of blacks in sports, where he'll discuss his efforts to enact change in his community. Grady says the events of this year, whether it was the deaths of George Floyd or Breonna Taylor, or the demonstration near campus, have all propelled him to find his voice.
Just because you're a minority athlete does not mean you're exclusively that and don't have the right to be expressive and express your frustrations like everyone else can.
You know, it takes a lot to speak up, and it's always a good thing, though, when an athlete people look up to starts a movement like that, because they already have a following, and, people want to join in.
Using your platform for the good. And also, you'll like to see that in a young man taking a stand for something he believes in, and obviously, and that's what you want as parents, too, when your kids go off to school, is when they grow up. And this is exactly what that's all about, for something very important as this.
Yeah, and even intervening in that confrontation as well.